Good morning, my dear students. Our chapter number 4 is going on, which is electrical capacitance. Yesterday we discussed about capacitance of a conductor and some introduction of a conductor and insulators. Today, our new topic, which is capacitance of a isolated spherical conductor. Okay, now we determine capacitance of an isolated spherical conductor. For this, we have a spherical conductor of radius capital R, to which charge Q is given. In this condition, then if we give some charge Q to this conductor, then electric potential produced on this spherical surface, and which is V is equals to kq upon r square. We know that electric potential due to a spherical conductor on this external surface is equal to kq upon r. Okay, this is electrical potential. We know that capacitance of conductor is equals C is equals to q upon V. Capacitance of a conductor, the simple meaning of capacitance is charge stored by a conductor. Okay, but we can say the ratio of a charge which is given to a conductor and increase or change in a electric potential is equal to the capacitance of a conductor. Okay, now we put the value of electric potential in this equation, then C is equals to Q into R upon K into Q. Okay, Q is cancelled out from this Q, then we get C is equals to R upon K. If spherical sphere is located in vacuum medium, then value of K is equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. So C is equals to 4 pi epsilon naught into R. Here value of 4 pi epsilon naught is constant, then we can write C is directly proportional to R. Then the graph between electric capacitance and a radius of a sphere, like this. This is electric capacitance center point, and this is a radius of this sphere. According to this formula, we represent the graph between C and R, and which is a straight line passing through the origin point. Okay, according to this equation, we can say that capacitance of a spherical conductor is directly proportional to the radius of a spherical conductor. Okay, now we put the this sphere in a medium which is dielectric constant epsilon r. Means if conducting sphere is placed in medium of dielectric constant epsilon r, then capacitance of conducting sphere is Cm, m for medium. Cm is equals to epsilon naught replaced by this epsilon, then 4 pi epsilon r. From chapter 1, we know dielectric constant epsilon r is equals to epsilon upon epsilon naught. Then Cm is equals to 4 pi epsilon naught epsilon r into r. But value of 4 pi epsilon naught into r is equals to C, then put this value in this equation, then we get Cm is equals to C into epsilon r. From this equation, epsilon r is equals to Cm upon C. Here Cm electrical capacitance in medium and C electrical capacitance in vacuum. So from this equation, we can say the ratio of a capacitance in medium and capacitance in vacuum of a conductor is equal to the dielectric constant of that medium. Okay, this derivation is the capacitance of an isolated spherical conductor. This equation is very important, which is C is equals to 4 pi epsilon naught into R. It means if we increase in radius of a spherical sphere, then capacitance of that sphere will be increases. Okay, students. Now, our next topic, capacitor. Our next topic is capacitor. According to this formula, we can say if we want to increase in capacitance of a conductor, then we will increase in radius of that conductor. Okay, but we want to increase in capacitance without increasing geometric shape of the conductor or area of the conductor. Okay, for this we made a device, metallic device, which is known as capacitor. Okay, so what is capacitor? The device made of two metallic plates in which the capacitance of a conductor is increased by decreasing its potential at a constant amount of charge without increasing the geometric shape of the conductor. This device is called capacitor. According to this formula, if we decrease in electric potential, then capacitance of a conductor will be increased at a constant amount of a charge. Okay, according to this formula, we define capacitor. Again, definition of capacitor: the device made of two metallic plates in which the capacitance of conductor is increased by decreasing its potential at a constant amount of charge without increasing the geometric shape of the conductor. This device is called capacitor. Okay, capacitance of any conductor, capacitor, it depends on the shape, size of plates and distance and medium between the plates. Okay, when we charged a capacitor, then after being charged, a small amount of a charge remains in the capacitor. Okay, so capacitor is also called charge collector device. This is a capacitor. This plate charged by plus Q and this minus Q. Okay, now sign of a capacitor. Capacitor of a constant capacitance is represent this sign, two plates and two terminals, and capacitor of variable capacitance is represented by this sign. Okay, now important topic, principle of capacitor. We know that if we increase in a radius, means area of the conductor, then capacitance of this conductor will be increased. But without increasing its area, we increase the capacitance of a capacitor. Okay, means according to this principle of capacitor, when other grounded conductor is placed near a conductor, then there is a lot of increase in capacitance due to decrease in the potential of a conductor. Because of we know that if we decrease in electric capacitance, electric potential, then increase in electric capacitance. So we decrease in electric potential due to bring a grounded conductor is to a charged conductor, then electric potential is decrease of this charged conductor, then capacitance of this conductor will be increased. This is the principle of capacitor. Again, according to this principle, when other grounded earth we can say earth conductor is placed near to a conductor, charge conductor, then there is a lot of increase in capacitance because of decrease in the potential of the conductor. Okay student, this is the principle of capacitor, which is very important. Now capacitor have different types, like spherical capacitor, like cylindrical capacitor, and parallel plate capacitor. Now we study about parallel plate capacitor. This is a device which is made by two metallic plates with the same geometry and same area. Okay, so we can say when two metallic plates of same geometry and same area are parallel to each other at a small distance, then this arrangement is called parallel plate capacitor. Okay, now we represent a parallel plate capacitor. Suppose we have two metallic plates of same area, capital A, which is parallel to each other at distance, small distance, small d. This is two plates, this P1 and this is P2. Okay, and these are placed at a small distance d, and area is E. Now plate P1 attached to the plus Q charge. So plus Q charge is spread out on the surface of this plate. This is plus Q. Okay, and plate P2 attached with the ground like this. Due to this plate, charge is induced on this plate. At inner part, negative charge will be induced, and at outer part, positive charge will be induced. But due to this ground, positive charge is going in earth. So negative charge remains on this plate like this. So same magnitude of this charge will be produced at this plate P2. Okay, then we can say surface charge density is also produced, which is plus Q and plus sigma and minus sigma. Due to these charges, a electric field produced between the plates, and direction of electric field is positive to negative charge. This is E factor. So we know that sigma is equals to Q upon A. This is surface charge density, and a electric field between the plates is equals to sigma upon epsilon naught. Put the value of sigma, then E is equals to Q upon A epsilon naught. This is the electric field between the plates. If the distance between the plates is d, then potential difference between plates, we know that V is equals to E into d. From the equation of E is equals to KQ upon R square, and we know that V is equals to KQ upon R, so V is equals to KQ upon R square is the electric field multiply distance, means d. R is replaced by distance d. We know the value of E, then put this value in this equation, then we get V is equals to Q into D upon A epsilon naught. Then capacitance of parallel plate capacitor, C is equals to Q upon V. Put the value of V in this equation, then C is equals to Q upon QD into A epsilon naught. Q and Q cancel out to each other, then C is equals to A epsilon naught upon D. This is the electrical capacitance of a parallel plate capacitance. Okay, according to this formula we can define dependency of electric capacitance on the factors. First is area. From this equation, C directly proportional to A, means capacitance of parallel plate capacitor is directly proportional to area of conductor. Means if we increase in area, then capacitance of parallel plate capacitor will be increased. Second factor is distance. Capacitance of parallel plate capacitor is inversely proportional to distance between them plates, means C inversely proportional to D. It means if we increase in if we decrease in distance between the plates, then capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor will be increased. And C is directly proportional to epsilon naught. It means capacitance of parallel plate capacitor is also depend on the medium between plates. Okay, so we can say if we want to increase in capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor, then we should decrease in distance between them plates. Okay student, this is the parallel plate capacitor, and effect of medium between plates we will study in our next video. So wait for next video. If you have any doubts, then write your doubt in comment box. Thank you so much.